You ever get that feeling that the universe is trying to tell you something? Well, what if I told you it is? But it's not speaking in words, it's using a totally different language, a language of energy, a frequency. So the real question isn't, is the universe speaking? The real question is, are you fluent? Let's dive in and find out. Okay, let's get real for a second. Does it ever feel like you're just screaming into the void? You know, you're putting out all this positive energy, you're doing all the right things, but you're getting the exact opposite of what you want? We're going to break down why that happens, and more importantly, how you can finally start a conversation the universe actually, gets.
All right, so to really get this language, we've got to start with a huge shift in perspective. The world you see around you, the solid, predictable stuff, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Underneath it all, there's something way more dynamic, way more energetic going on.
So, what's the secret key to this whole thing? It all comes down to one simple word: vibration. You know, even quantum physics tells us this. That solid desk you're sitting at, it's not really solid. It's actually just a whole bunch of energy, all vibrating at a certain frequency. And here's the kicker. That same rule applies to everything. Not just things, but your thoughts, your feelings, everything. It's all just energy in motion.
So what we've got here are two totally different views of reality, right? On one hand, you have the world you see, solid, everything's separate, kind of fixed in place. But then there's the reality that's going on underneath, and that's pure energy. It's all connected, it's constantly changing. And let me tell you, getting your head around this is the absolute first step. Because it means you're not just some passenger living in the universe. No, you're an active player in creating it.
Okay, so if we're all swimming in this big ocean of energy, how do we actually, interact with it? Well, the answer is right between your ears, your mind. It's not just sitting there watching the show. It's a powerful transmitter, and it is always broadcasting a signal.
So what is it broadcasting? Your thoughts, every single one. They aren't just these little passive things that float around in your head. Nope. Each thought is a literal energetic signal. It's a frequency you're sending out into the universe. It's like you're your own personal radio station, and you're on the air 24/7.
But here's the thing, a thought by itself is kind of like a weak signal. So what gives it its punch? What turns up the volume? Your emotions. Your feelings are the amplifier for that broadcast. Think about it. A casual little, I wish I had a coffee, has almost no energy. But a deep, passionate desire for something, man, that sends out a signal that is loud and crystal clear. And this is the final piece of the puzzle. The universe isn't some cosmic judge sitting up there deciding if you're good enough or if you deserve something. It's much simpler than that. It's a mirror. It just reflects back whatever you're consistently broadcasting. That mix of your thoughts and your feelings, that's your unique energetic signature. And that's what gets mirrored back to you. So this brings us to the most important rule in this whole game, the principle of alignment. See, it's not about asking. It's not about begging. It's not even about just wanting something really, really bad. It's about alignment. It's about becoming a vibrational match to the thing you want to experience. The whole idea is actually pretty simple, but it is so profound. Look, if you want prosperity, you have to embody the feeling of abundance. You can't be broadcasting, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, and expect money to show up. Want love? You have to tune into the frequency of love first. You want to feel peace? Well, you have to find that feeling inside you. It's that simple. You have to become it before you can see it. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But what about the real world? How do you actually do this? How do you change your frequency when you feel totally stuck? Well, let's get practical. Let's talk about how to actually recalibrate your signal. It really just boils down to a 3-step process. Step 1 is awareness. You got to know what channel you're on before you can change it, right? So just start paying attention to your inner state. No judgment. Then step 2, recalibration. This is where you consciously choose to feel something different, something better. And finally, step 3, and this one's tough, surrender. You have to let go of controlling exactly how and when it's all going to happen. Just trust the universe.
And for that recalibration step, here are some seriously powerful tools. And listen, these aren't just fluffy feel-good things. These are actual frequency shifters. Things like genuine gratitude. I mean, really feeling thankful, not just saying the words. That's one of the highest frequencies you can hit. Acts of kindness, forgiveness, even just getting out in nature or being careful about the people and media you let into your life. It all matters because it's all tuning your signal.
So what are the stakes here? Why is this all so important to understand?
Well, because whether you know about this stuff or not, it's happening. These invisible codes, these universal laws, are shaping your reality every single second.
And it's so important to get this. This isn't some belief system you can just decide not to participate in. It's like gravity. You don't have to believe in gravity for it to work. It's just there. It's a law of the universe. And ignoring it doesn't make it go away. It just means you're being affected by it without having any clue why things are happening the way they are. There's this quote that just nails it, right? The mind doesn't create with logical intention. It creates with emotional repetition. Let that sink in for a minute. We think we're building our lives with our to-do lists and our 5-year plans, but the real architect? It's our repeated feelings. The emotional loops we get stuck in, day after day. That's what's actually doing the creating. So let's just get crystal clear on this. Manifestation isn't about getting what you want. It's about getting what you are. It's what you hold as your deep inner truth. The universe doesn't respond to your wish list. It responds to your being. It mirrors back the core beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. That's the real creative power. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important question you can ask yourself. Whose codes are running your reality? Are those deep beliefs, those repetitive emotions, are they even yours? Or did you just pick them up from your family, from society, from your past? Because here's the most powerful part of all. The moment you realize you can change your vibration is the moment you realize you can rewrite the whole damn code.